Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for tuning in. John Kelly, Profiler here, and welcome. Welcome to a very sad new case. We have Valerie Reyes, 24 years old, that was found murdered in Greenwich, Connecticut. Looks like evil's alive and well up in Greenwich, Connecticut. Our hearts and our sympathies go out to Miss Reyes and the Reyes family and all of their friends. We're very sorry for this tragic situation. Bottom line is this girl was found in a suitcase off the road in Greenwich. And being 24 years old, having so many years left to her life, it's just a very sad situation. However, being found in that location, and I agree with the police, does not mean that she was killed there. I agree with the police that she was probably killed somewhere else and that she was dumped in that location. The biggest tip-off to that's the suitcase. The person that murdered her probably murdered her in an indoor crime scene. Probably an indoor murder. Then he has to get her body out of the building, whatever the building may be. So he nonchalantly packs her up in a suitcase and leaves the building. Very inconspicuous. Person leaving their dwelling, carrying a suitcase, whatever that dwelling might be, loading it up in the car and driving it away. What bothers me is that her hands and feet were bound in the suitcase. So I'm not sure if this is body disposal, part of the body disposal, that he had to do this in order to pack her up the way he wanted to in that suitcase, or are we dealing with something much more sinister? Are we dealing with somebody that has a bondage fetish that's a murderer? What I can tell you is we're not dealing with any kind of evil genius here. We're dealing with an evil dummy, as far as I'm concerned. And I expect to see him get caught sooner than later, and I'll tell you why. Because by him leaving her in the suitcase, he has protected her body from the elements. And that means that inside that suitcase and around her body is going to be rich with DNA evidence. Because the elements and the animals have a way of destroying DNA and destroying any kind of physical evidence. Sorry about that. Bottom line is, when a body's protected from the elements, there's a lot more physical evidence to go around, and especially in cold weather. And I think that there's a good possibility that this body and suitcase was dropped off during that freezing cold polar vortex that was coming through and that we all kind of ran into. So the point I'm trying to make is that I don't expect this guy to get away for long. I expect him to get caught sooner than later. You know, the bottom line is that these guys are out there and we've got to catch them as soon as possible and get them off the street. This guy is nothing but a murderous predator, and probably a murderous sexual predator that needs to go down sooner than later. We'll also be leaving you some information, a tip line to call at the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for all your subscriptions. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for all your comments. Please continue to comment. We enjoy them and we always try to respond to them. Take care of yourselves, make it a great day, and stay safe out there.